reputation in this town. This little town of Savannah is worth more than gold. Wars were fought for it.
Samore Love, you have now tuned in to my haves and have-nots recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Share this video wherever you like to share videos, and don't forget to give it that good old thumbs up. Okay, guys? Alright, so here we go. First, Warlord, as we saw from the last episode, he is there with Candy. He was all choking her up and everything, and then he ends up like noticing that Quincy was right there lying on the floor in a pool of blood, pretty much dead. So that kind of like halts him just a little bit, but they still have their conversation as though he is not dead right there. And he tells her how she pretty much hurt him and tried to play him for a fool, and he has a reputation to maintain. So he can't allow her to play him and live. So he was telling her that he wants $1.5 million out of the $4 million that she got, instead of the $100,000 that she gave him when he initially thought that it was $400,000, because he's like, at the end of the day, that's a freaking big time man. I forget what the hell he is, but he's a big time man. So he risked his neck. He put himself out on the line for her, to help her. So he's like, nah, you gotta do better. So she does tell him, first she tries to apologize. And people don't apologize until they get caught, because if she didn't get caught, she would not have been sorry, honey. And I said that on Twitter. And, you know, it's the truth. A lot of people, she was not thinking about him, about giving him any more money or anything else. The only reason why she's now considering it is because her life is on the line. And she knows Warlord, and then Warlord doesn't play. So then she does tell him that she was marked, and this guy that she was dealing with, he stole the money from her, so she doesn't have it, but she'll be able to obtain it in 7 days. I don't know how this girl about to work a miracle, but she gonna do something in order to get this money for him. So this guy, he seemed like he was a little bit unstable. Now I see why he's the warlord, because it's like he's up, then he's down. He was having all these different types of emotions, and it looks like he was scorned by his mother, which is the reason why he acts the way he does. I tell you, your upbringing definitely can put you on the right path or the wrong path in life. I mean, ultimately, once you get to a certain age, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with that. But yeah, it can definitely mess you up in the head right quick. So yeah, he wants his money. And then when he's leaving, she asks if he could help her move the body. But he was like, first he said, yeah, but I guess he catch himself real quick. And he's like, you know what, you get one favor. So it's either we're going to extend your life for 7 days, or what we're going to do is I'm going to help you with this. Which one would you prefer? So of course she's like, you know what, I got it. I got this. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's okay. I don't even know why I asked. And then before he leaves, he's like, you know what, on second thought, maybe you can help me out with this. You know, he wanted her to give him a little bit of knowledge, if y'all know what I mean. Maggie Day, she comes to David's rescue like the amazing aspiring side chick that she is. She has these court papers handed to the DA, Jennifer, and Jennifer's like, wait, hold on. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? So then she sees Maggie Day. Maggie Day, she's like, it came from me, and he's coming out right now. That's signed by the judge, whoever the judge's name was, and he needs to come out right now. So, you know, Jennifer, she's like, hold on, but who are you to him? And you don't manage him or whatever the hell it is. You're not on his team. You're for Jim Cryer. So why is it that you're so concerned about him? Why are you helping him? And she's like, I know he didn't do it, so get him out right now. Like, she thought she was calling the shots, and she did a really good job trying to call the shots, but at the end of the day, Jennifer held the higher card, and she was just like, because Maggie, she was trying though. She was trying. She almost did it. She's getting tougher. She was just like, don't make me have to, it better be quicker than that, because she said she had some interviews. She was like, no, it better be faster than that. Otherwise, I'm going to call the judge on my phone. She was like, oh, would you like my phone to call him? I was like, Jennifer's not playing. She's like, I know it's something going on, or you trying to have something going on with my man, but no, if he is not with Veronica, he won't be with me, okay? So I don't know where you think you coming up, trying to slide up in this situation, because no, I'm next in line, not you. I've been here. That's what Jennifer was saying in her head. That's the ghetto-ness within her, but she didn't want to bring it out though. She tried to keep it classy while she was at the prison, at the jailhouse. So, moving on from that, then Benny, he was talking to his friend, the Hispanic or white guy, I don't even know what he was, but he was talking to him, I don't know his name, and he said that, he told him, well, his friend told him that he doesn't really trust Warlord, and he feels like there was something odd about the fact that he wanted to know where Candy was when they were talking, and he's like, well, they cool. He's like, there's nothing, you know. Benny's just thinking about the past and all the good things that Warlord did, and probably all the things that he stole in order to get them a better life, because his mother couldn't afford him a lot of things. So that's the Warlord that he sees. He doesn't know the ruthless, beat up Jim Cryer, freaking electrocute him and all these other things. He don't know that side of Warlord, or maybe he does, but he just doesn't think that it would actually touch him because he's never really done anything. But he was like, yo, like, your friend did all these things for you without any type of payment? And he's like, yeah, that's just the kind of dude he is. Most people, I mean, not all. There are some good people out there, because I do stuff when I don't want nothing. But a lot of people out there, they don't do nothing for, they don't do something for nothing. I remember my grandmother used to tell me that. She used to say, be careful, because people out there, they don't do something for nothing. You hear me? And it always stuck in my head, because I'm just like, okay, I got you. You know, it's always at the back of my mind when someone does something, I'm like, are they doing this out of the kindness of their heart, or are they doing this because one day they're going to be like, okay, remember I did this for you. I mean, you never know. Sometimes, certain people, you can kind of feel their vibes, but sometimes you do have to be careful with that. So Catherine now, she's being interviewed by Jennifer the DA, and Jennifer let her know that her father had taken advantage of a whole bunch of girls and got them different high positions in law enforcement. And she said he helped her as well, but luckily she wasn't one that got taken advantage of. But she can ring a few whistles and bells and get people on her boat and kind of bring the whole legacy down, as well as the heir. They can be sued since he's not there, the whole estate. So Catherine was not scared. Catherine let her know, like, you don't have to do more than that, honey, to scare me, because if you do that, you're going to take a whole ton of people down with you, because at the end of the day, that means that a lot of people knew about this, and they're in the positions that they are today, and they willingly went into his lair or whatever it is. Kind of sounds like the whole Cosby situation, right? Ooh. But we're not going to go into that zone. But it kind of touch bases on that. But yeah, so she, and you could see Jennifer was fuming, because she's like, damn, she kind of got me there. Like, I thought I was going to be able to scare her with these tactics, but oh no, it's not working. So she had to come up with something else. So following that, what she did was she gets Veronica into a cell right across from David and Jim, because she knows they all have this little thing going on. Plus, David just saw this thing in the paper where his wife is doing to do with some other dude. So she knows that they're gonna have some words. So yeah, of course, Jim was antagonizing her, and she was playing right along into his little hands, and they were just going back and forth. And then she's telling David, like, why are you not defending me? Do something. And he's just like, sit down and shut up. And she sat down and shut up too. I was like, okay, David. Finally she listened to you, because she don't listen to you for nothing else. I mean, maybe she realized, like, okay, you're in jail, you're saying stupidness, and there are probably cameras or people listening to everything that you're saying, because they're trying to hear you say something wrong. They're trying to see you slip up. So chill out. yeah, and then Veronica, she gets upset, like I said, because David, he wasn't really doing anything. And then to add poison to the water, just made that up, add poison to the water. To add poison to the water, they throw Jeffrey into the mix. So now Jeffrey's there, and they're like, what are you doing here? They thought he was part of their team, that he had done something like what they were convicted of or they were charged of. And he's like, he didn't really want to say it at first, then he's like, a DUI. They're like, what? A DUI? What is wrong with you? You know, Veronica, for a moment there, she seemed like she was concerned about Jeffrey. And she was just like, you know, being a parent for a moment there. But no, she doesn't care. So then she tries to scare Jeffrey, but Jeffrey was acting like a whole new man. I think this little death situation, this little murder and everything else that got to him, honey, because he was telling her off. You know, he was just like, do it. Do it. You know, when she was saying certain things, he was like, what are you going to do? And then she was like how he's gay and, you know, he wants white. And he was like, yes, I am. I wish I had a guy in here right now so I could do him right in front of you. I was like, look on this man here. It's not easy at all, honey. He is not playing. So moving on from that, they were pretty much like just going back and forth, and then things started getting revealed. Jim revealed that she got Wyatt raped, and you should have seen Jeffrey's face. He was just like, you did that. Like it was like he turned into, like he was possessed or something. Like he had a demon just crawl up into his body slowly from the ground of the cell and just take him over. He was looking at her like disgusted, because you know he loved him some Wyatt. He was like, you did that. You're disgusting. Like he was over her. He was like, I hope you rot in jail. You're not getting out of here. You're gonna wish you never, like he was going off. She's like, she couldn't even really say nothing. And then he mentioned that she got Quincy out. And then Jim was like, you did that? You? Yo, everything is getting revealed right now. They getting a whole lot. If the DA is listening, she hearing a whole lot, honey. Veronica about to go down, I'm telling you. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's good for her, because people was telling her to stop, to chill out, to calm down, but she wanted to be Miss Queen Supreme, to be Miss Reigning Queen. So look what you got yourself into. So now David, he ended up having like a checkmate, because he says, you know what? Because they were talking about the whole situation between her and Benny. Because Jeffrey had brought it up, and plus everybody already knows. It's like something that's there. Like everybody knows. We all know, but nobody was talking about it. But Jeffrey brought it up, and then she wanted to be gangster and talk about it a little more. So yeah, it made David talk about it, and he was like, you know what? When I get out of here, I'm going to do Maggie Day. And ask him, she's like, yeah, that'll make it even. He's like, no, that'll mean it's done. I'm like, now, David, I hear you talking though, okay? But I'm not going to clap too much, because you have to follow through on this plan. You can't just say that you're going to do it and then not do it. Like, I just want to see. I mean, I know it's adultery and everything else in the mix, but I don't care at this moment. I mean, she done brought this upon herself. She did. So, yeah, after that whole situation goes down, we end up back at Candace's house. We show Candace's house, and her brother Benny is knocking on the door because he needs answers, because he wants to get his mother out of the hotel, because she spent up all this money that she don't have. He has a place worth millions of dollars. Like, she needs to come, but her pride is holding her back. So what he does, he tries to talk to her nosy neighbors watching, listening, pretending to sweep. How many of these neighbors you done see? I see them all the time. I had a few of them sweeping, but peeping while she's sweeping. So yeah, he's trying to talk to her, ask her about the money, and they both kind of realize, like, okay, this woman's watching. So she's just kind of being weird, and he's like, yo, let's go inside, let's talk about this. She's like, no, I don't feel like it, I'm tired, I can't talk right now. So she tries to just be out, close the door, because you know why? She trying to make sure the body don't rotten off and smell up her whole entire house and the whole entire block. Because a corpse, I remember when I used to work in the hospital, I used to work with the geriatric patients. Yo, it would smell up the whole entire floor. Like, it was serious if they didn't come for the body quick enough. So yeah, it would be real rank. So yeah, he's like, you know what, no, she's not gonna do this to me. So he pushes his way inside the door, and I'm like, damn, this neighbor's gonna call the police, because she probably don't know who he is. So she probably about to call the police right now, and they're gonna come on there thinking there's some type of domestic violence going on or something. But yeah, he comes inside, and as he turns around, he's like, you know, he notices that Quincy's there. It's like Quincy's right there by the door. They need to move him up already. Like, I know he's starting to smell, because it seems like it went from night to day. So that's like a whole nother day already. Like, a couple more hours. If he ain't rank yet, a couple more hours, it's going to be horrible. But yeah, y'all, that was pretty much the episode. So let me know what y'all thought about this episode down below, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.